With Christmas right around the corner, I thought it would be really fun to make a snowman painting. For this one, I will be using poster board. Make sure to use the shiny side or the smooth side. I also have different circles. This is just a to-go container lid, so it'll be one. I got another lid, and this is a wooden circle. We're going to stack them up like that. And this is also a good way to show you how to do an overlapping planet. Alright, so with these circles, I'm trying to touch as close down as possible. Okay. Just like that. And then we're going to put a little bit of weight on it. And then we're just going to spray it over like that. And that's what we're going to use to create our outline. So let's go get that done. Alright, so I'm going to use some rocks. You can use anything. You don't have to be rocks. You can use like nuts or bolts or anything with a little bit of weight to it. This is just going to give us a bit tighter of a seal. Next thing, I'll go ahead and make my outline. This first one, I'm going to do some purple. I'm also going to do some blue. Spit some white over that. Now use a crumpled up piece of paper or magazine paper or plastic bag. This is what I'm going to use. Push it down. Give it some texture. Pull that off. Now we're going to want to do this in stages because I don't want to go right ahead, because the next step is going to be to cover this, then start our next planets, but I got to wait for that to dry a little bit. This is when I could also do some flame work. If you're not comfortable playing with the fire, I would recommend just avoiding it and then taking the time to just let this dry. But if you are interested in flame work, I will show you how to do that. We got to be careful because I am working with poster board, so I don't want to light my paper on fire. So I've done that one before, and there's nothing to do except for let it to just burn. For my flames, I'm going to be using a metallic gold. Just like that. Metallic gold paint mixed with fire creates a green flame, so it's pretty cool. So I'm doing my flame. I'm going to get one of these longer lighters so I keep my fingers away from the paint, because if you get the paint on your fingers and it's on fire, you pretty much created napalm at this point, and it's sticky fire and it's really hard to put out. So I recommend using a longer lighter to avoid getting sticky flaming paint on your fingers. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my flame. I'm going to spray the paint at the flame. It's going to create kind of a torch. And I'm just going to go over the top. I'm not going to shoot the flame directly at the paint. That's just going to light everything on fire. We don't want that. You just want the flame to graze over the top of it, like about right here. And that's just going to give us some heat. So it's going to help it dry. It might light on fire a little bit. But it's just quickly blow it out. Just be really careful with the paper, because again, it will light on fire. Alright. So, my lighter. See what I'm talking about? Light it on fire. That's some flame work at its finest. Well, not finest, but it's my flame work. Alright, so I'm going to recover my first planet. Okay. And then I'm going to do my second planet. So let's figure out color scheme for that. Alright, for my next one, I'm going to do a little fiery colors. So some red. A little bit of orange. And some yellow. It's a good idea to put weight on your circle before you start spraying the next, so you avoid paint leaking under the circle. Crumpled up plastic bag. And be careful not to move that other circle. Give this some texture. Pull it off. I'm going to give it a couple more blots. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and let that one dry, or you can hit it with the fire. Careful not to hit the paper with the fire too much because the paper will warp. So be careful with that. So again, if you're not comfortable with this, I would just recommend letting it dry the old-fashioned way with some time. Alright, so let's cover up our second planet. Right about there, I would think. And then make sure to put that weight. And now we can go to our last planet, which I'm thinking about doing some Christmas theme. So I'm gonna hit it with some green. And I'm gonna hit it with some red. And then just for funsies, let's give it some head in the clouds, some white dashes here. Come in with our plastic bag, working that texture. And pull it off. And that is what we're left with. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and cover up our final planet. Okay. And then come behind that. Put some more weight. Okay. Yeah. There we go. I have next to no black in this, but let's see if I can black it out. If not, I'll have to get creative. Oh, this is going to be rough. So when you're blacking stuff out, you don't want to overspray it. So you don't want your paint to puddle. This can is just about empty, which is why I'm not really getting anything. That's alright. We'll do some color splashes in the background here. There we go. Getting a little somewhere now. Alright, let's get some background color. I got this pistachio, nice light green. Some cloudy effect here. About coming with a little bit more this red. Give it some Christmassy tone. And then, of course, you can't forget about your stars. Just spit them on. Just like that. Here we go. How's that look? There we go. Now I think it's time for the reveal. Let's very carefully take all this off. Planet number 1 reveal. It's not too bad. I got a little bit of overspraying right here. That's the risky run with some of these overlapping, as you get these pooling rings. But I think it still looks pretty good. It's not too bad. Planet number 2. Here we go. I like that. That's really cool. And then our final planet reveal. Look at that. There we go. Here's our cosmic snowman. I like him. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.